Yeah, welcome back to Mark's Railway Trails on a Sunday afternoon. And if you just look behind me, just look at the scenery there. We're in Eccleston today. If you remember my blog, right over there in the distance, there's Eccleston there. If you can see where the trees are, that's where we've just come down today. I've been on the trail now. Come over from Eccleston Mere over there. Been on the trail now for about 35 minutes walk, and it's brought me to here following the maps. And what we're trying to find today is the old Carmelite monastery. After finding Sutton Monastery, I remembered the monastery which is over there somewhere from when I grew up around here. So we're going to go and try and find that today. I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to be heading, I think, this way. So come around and just show you, this is where we've come. If you remember me post on Eccleston Mere, where we couldn't get on Eccleston Mere and we got an invite for my dad in the end to get on it, so thankful for the guys for that. But I've just come across country here now, and it's brought me to here really. It's a bit of a dead end. I've come across the farmers' fields this afternoon, all the way from Eccleston Mere, and following an old map really, and I'm going to follow it down, and hopefully this will take us to find Carmelite Monastery, which I remember from a kid really. Me and my best mate Steve Wright, we used to knock around and come up this end quite a bit when we were kids really. So I don't know if this takes us to where we want to, it brings us out, but I'm going to follow it because it must lead to this way. And I've just come across the farmers' fields really. Bit of a walk this afternoon, and the sun's come out, which is good because it's a bit of rain early on. I'll just take my jacket off because it's getting warm again. But when you get round here, you'll see some of the scenery is really beautiful. We're out in the sticks now, and if you look directly ahead of you, and I'll try and zoom my camera in, right on top there is Billinge. That's Billinge Lumps where Crank Caverns is, and you can see the radio masts on top, and that's Billinge. And what a clear day that you can see right over there really. So it just shows you how far out we're into the sticks. If you look over there, that'll take you to Rainford, and then obviously onto Billinge, as we call it, Billinge Lump, because you could see that from Taylor Park. But what a view there that you can see. And just in the distance over there, you can see Low House Church. If you can just see the two steeple, that's Low House Roman Catholic Church in the distance. But I've cut across here following an old map really. So hopefully this does bring us out, else we've got a bit of walking to do this afternoon. And this will bring us out into Eccleston, my neck of the woods. If you remember my last blog that we did, we found Sutton Monastery, and that's right on the other side of town where I didn't really go round a lot, so it's good to be back home today on home turf really. But got to get another look at that. What a view. And there's just one house there in the middle of nowhere. Unbelievable, you know, unbelievable that. And I think we probably hit a few more properties as we go down, but just hoping this brings us out to where I think it does bring us out, hopefully. But again, look at the trees. They all just intertwine, don't they? Make it like a walkway. But no farmers today to tell me off, so that was good. But still a bit of a walk from Eccleston Mere, and I'm going to show you if I get time, get enough time on the camera, I'll show you a couple of landmarks in Eccleston as well. But I'm trying to find the old monastery at Carmelite Monastery, which is in Eccleston, and I'll tell you more about it when we get near it, or if we get near it, because again, I've never come this way before, so it's a first for me, but always a good sign when you see a bit of a path, and hopefully this will bring us out where we need to go. Like I say, I'm just following one of the old maps today, so we shouldn't be far out actually. But what a view, what a scenery around here, and like I say, we came over the tops there, and it's just farmers' fields for miles, you know. And just in the distance there, I know you probably can't see it, there's a couple of big like factory buildings. If you remember me walk finding the old Rainford Junction, that's where it runs along, right over there into Rainford. And so many trees over there, but there is a line of trees there that you can see that takes us into Rainford. But I'm just hoping that this does bring us out where I think it is. I just wanted to do this one today really, and it will finish off on a little bit of a railway walk at Eccleston. If I've got enough memory on my phone, I'll show you where the Eccleston branch line ran to Triple X, and I'll show you that if I've got enough memory on my phone. A lot of lovely afternoon Sundays recently, and that's where we've just come from, over the tops there now, and a bit of wind, which is nice. And obviously people must use this as a bit of a shortcut, because you can see it's been walked quite a lot. I'm coming up to some houses here which you didn't expect as well. When you do the research on these things, you find little landmarks that gives you an idea in the right direction. And what I've been following today, I've come over from Eccleston Mere, right over the tops, about a 35-minute walk, and then looking at my maps, it highlights Billinge on the top, the main roadwork going through there. So I'm following the map, thinking it's got to be this way, coming over the tops into Eccleston, and I'm just hoping I'm right, to be honest with you, because if I'm not, I've got a bloody long walk to get back. But this is a good sign when you see a bit of a pathway. And an old sign here, and when I was doing my research, this sign, it's long gone. There was a sign here, and it's still here, bloody hell, that was saying it's no entry, no trespassing, private land, you know. So we're not trespassing today because there's no on it. It's long gone, but unbelievable that's still there. And it's little things like that stick in your mind when you start doing your research for these walks. This is looking promising, to be honest with you. And we're just dropping down now into, just following the path really, but more houses. Yeah, and I think we are on the right trail. And I could have kept it running longer this, but all you had seen was farmers' fields, and yeah, it's like a cut through. Just go along top there, you can just see it. Whoop, there it goes. What houses on the left there? Houses. Yeah, this is it. We are on the right trail. How good's that? How much time's that saved? And I'm just coming up to it now, and if you look here, you see the original post. You can just see it. It had been like a barrier going across here, and it would stop horses and things going up. They used to lock it, and I've got pictures of that. So how good that's still here. The wood, well gone, it's well rotted. But there you go, that's such a shortcut that. And I made up how much time that saved. Like I said, I've been out about 35 minutes and I could have kept it running longer this, but all you're seeing is farmers' fields and listening to me. But look at that, and that picture I've got in front of Carmelite Monastery. And I'll tell you more about Carmelite Monastery when we hit it. Here we go. And if you look at the end of it, you'll just see the back of it, which I'll tell you more about as well when we get up there. But obviously big houses up here as well, and I might get this lady on the camera because people get a bit touchy. Hi, are you alright? I've not got you on, don't worry. How you doing? Okay. Oh, so sad about this, isn't it?
I know.
So sad, you know. I'm glad they've kept the old little house in the corner. If they kept something now.
Pretty original, isn't it?
Yeah, we've just done a walk right over the tops, you know,
Oh, yeah.
come from Eccleston Mere.
Yeah.
So I've not been around here for about 40 years.
Yeah. It's good bungalows down here.
I know, I just can't believe that, how it's changed so much. You know, it's frightening, isn't it? But nice talking to you. Oh, he's loving it. And here we are, this is Carmelite Monastery, and a bit of a sad tale, the Carmelite Monastery. I'm going to show it you now. These are the original gates to it, which is still here. Original gates, all original walls, and they go all the way around Carmelite Monastery. And I'll tell you more about it. Sad tale of Carmelite Monastery. There was two sisters. 1914, came from Notting Hill, London, believe it or not. And this was an old mansion house. And for those around here, you'll know it as Carmelite Monastery because it was there for donkey's years. And I don't think you can see it now, but on the wall here, you may be able still to see it. I think it's long gone now, but there used to be just here. It wasn't a metal gate then, it was like a wooden door with a little hole in, and there's a bell on the wall here, and if you rang it, the nuns would come and answer it. And I remember me and Steve Wright ringing the bell as we came up here. You know, 9 out of 10 they would never answer it because obviously they were, you know, doing things in the church and things. And but one time they did and was shocked, and they were really nice, you know. And if they had time on their hand, they'd get you lemonade and things. But it's changed so much. The original building that's left here now is that one on the corner, which they've converted. And if you can see it, try and get you another shot of it. It's got on it. Just whiz me camera through. It's got Carmelite, and that's for Carmelite Monastery. And it was here for over 100 years. 1914 they came, and in 2015 the two sisters took very ill actually, and decided that because of ill health they moved to another monastery. And there wasn't the footfall coming through with nuns, so they decided to close it really. And very sad really, because it's always been a part of Eccleston. You see a guy there, he's just walking down, so they use this as a bit of a walkway. Must have used a similar route that I did. So yeah, in 2015 it got demolished, sadly. And when it got demolished, you knew what it was going to be, new houses. And there was a bit of a protest at the time regarding this, that people didn't want to see it go. And St Helens Council again sold it on and said they were doing it for new houses in the area, affordable houses, and it got passed, which is so sad really, because they said it was affordable houses, but if you look at the price of these houses that's on Carmelite Monastery now, the average from 589,000 to 629. So you tell me that's affordable houses, and it's what it's called, a gated community. To get onto here, on the other side you drive your car, there's a gate, it's locked, it's a gated community. So sad, so sad. And the only building that's left, and they've redone it up, is the one I'm looking at now, which has got carmelite on, and that was the old gatekeeper's lodge was there. And if you look back up there where you seen the barrier used to come across, so that's all they left of it really. The church was here on the right, massive church, and they had big gardens in here as well. But one question that comes to mind when I did the research on this, there was records of burials in Carmelite Monastery from 1936 to 1937. What happened to those graves? Did they get moved? Did they get reburied? I would bet they didn't. I bet they've just been built on. So glad to find it really. And 2015 it closed, and it's one of 16 monasteries in this country. There's 4 in Scotland and 1 in Wales, and as you can see, it's still got all the original walls that go all the way around it still. I'll show you all the way up there to where we come, to where obviously the barrier used to come. And after it closed, Bishop Davis, he rescued all the altars and a lot of the things from the church and moved it to Carmelite Monastery in Birkenhead, and that's where all the things went. But so sad it's gone really, but sign of the times. But that's the original entrance. 2 entrances that would have been wooden. They were blue, those gates at the time, and if you just look on one of them you can still see the cross on them. The camera's probably not picking it up, and they're the original gates that were there, but they were blue at the time, and they've modified them now. They've put like a lock on them. Like I say, it's a gated community. So sad, but glad I found it. I just wanted to do this on the blog so you could actually see where it was. These are all the walls that were here. These were added a bit later on. The ones further down are the original walls, and the massive walls that went all the way around. I'll just show you where this brings you out actually. It's like a bit of a walkway, and I found that following an old map today, because I've never gone that way over the tops, and I've come from Eccleston here today, and I was made up that I found that so easily. I thought, you know, you could come through an estate to find it, but I like to do it the old ways that you would have done it years ago, and you had all your horse and carts coming down here. Well, I'm going to flick it round and show you. Don't like getting people on cameras. The church across the way, I think St Julie's, you can just see it over there. But if you just see all the walls there, they go all the way around, and I'll just show you what Carmelite Monastery turned into. And like I say, it's a gated community now. But these are all the original walls that's still here. Like I say, I've been out about 40 minutes today on this trail, but if you want to find it from Eccleston Mere, that's the way to do it, over the tops. And still a bit of a walkway there, which is nice to see. It's not been cut off, but I'll just show you how all the walls go all the way around. And this should be Springfield Lane. Yes, it is. There you go. So if you're wondering if you want to come and find it and not do a long walk, just drive up to Springfield Lane and you can come and walk up that little path and find it. And this is Howard's Lane. that we're on today. I'm just going to show you the opening now. I've better get across here. See the original walls, and that was 4.4 acres. Carmelite monastery, 4.4 acres. And there you go, Springfield Gate they call it. I'll just walk across. And all this originally would have been high gates, just going straight across, but as you can see now, gated community, and that just takes you, I'm not going to go in, but if you look right up there now, right at the top, you can still see the original entrance, and it got flattened for this. This is what they made it into, gated community. And as you can see, the gates there, and that's what they call it, Springfield Gate now. But original walls up to about here, and this would have gone straight through. As you can see, they've seen me hanging about gates a lot now. So sad, isn't it? You know. And these go all the way around, and that's what they call it now. And there you go. That's what became of Carmelite Monastery, and I just wanted to get that on the blog really, and I'll put some old pictures when I do a bit of a slide show with that, just showing you what it used to look like and it used to be, but part of our history where we grew up really, so I just wanted to show you. And I'm going to keep this running, and I'm going to show you another part of Eccleston as well, and if I get enough memory on the old recorder. We've got so many music videos from last night to still do for the music club, so if you want to come walk it, this will bring you up to Howard's Lane, which I'm just doing now, and if you just go up here, halfway up, turn right, you can still come and see what's left, the old gatehouse and the monastery walk. So I'm going to cut off now until we get back into Eccleston, because I'm going to be walking through for about 15 minutes through like houses now, to bring me out at Christ Church. And here we go, this is where it brings us out, and this is at Christ Church in Eccleston, which is about 10 minutes away from Carmelite Monastery. And I just want to get this on the blog really, just to show you, because very old graveyard, and right next there is a Griffin pub. I'll just take you and just show you a bit of the church really, while we're doing Carmelite Monastery. Very old church. I'll give you the date later on. I've got the date, I can't remember it now to be honest with you, written down, but I've got that many dates today. But very old church, Christ Church, and if you can see all the little Gothic heads going all around the church as well. And my mum's side of the family were actually buried in here, and I used to come here every Easter, every Christmas, laying flowers. And when my mum passed away, I did promise to her that I'd still come and put flowers at Christmas on the graves that she did for every year. And she used to walk it from our house to here, which was about a 25-minute walk. She used to do it religiously. And when I come to put flowers on it the first year, I couldn't find the graves, because I'd not done it for donkey's years, because my mum always did it, and I couldn't find the graves. And I've written to the church and asking them, and they said that they were putting all the graves on a database and they would have a quick look. And I didn't hear anything for about a year, and I rang him again and spoke to the lady, and she apologised, saying they're putting everything on a database, but she will have another look. And all fairness to her, I can't remember her name, about 6 months later she sent me a letter and gave me all the plot details and said, if you want to meet here, she'll show me exactly where my mum's side of the graves are, and they're just over there. I'm not going to take you to it, they're just over there, and there's one over there. And she met me and my Uncle John in the cemetery here and shown us where they are. So every year now, Christmas, I come and put flowers on the graves for them. So nice touch of that lady to do that. And we met her here, I think it was one Friday afternoon, and I can't think of the lady's name now, but I've still got all the details at home. And this is Christ Church in Eccleston, which isn't far from Carmelite monastery. But very old graveyard. And I'm just going to walk up. I'll pause it here till I get to the next bit, and I'll show you where this leads to as well. All those that live around here will know it, but it's for people that don't. I just want to show you a bit of our history really. Yeah, we've just come past the church now, but what I wanted to show you, if you can just see where the police car is over there, that was the original Eccleston old police station that you can just see, if I just zoom in on it. It's not manned very often there. There's a little phone booth that you can open and ring there. But from time to time you will see the odd police car outside. And then from that you're leading on to one of our favourites, is the Griffin pub. And the Griffin pub got its name, and I'll tell you how it got its name, and a lot of people of Eccleston won't know why it's called the Griffin Inn. If you look at the church there, Christ Church, that we've just been down over there, Samuel Taylor built that, and he built that out of all the stone from Taylor Park Estates, which Samuel Taylor bought. And he used to do weather vanes with griffins on, and there is one on the Christ Church there, and he renamed the pub the Griffin Inn after his weather vanes. So Samuel Taylor named that pub the Griffin Inn, and that's where you get the name. So well, we're going to be going now, and I'm going to cut off again because I'm just trying to stop you walking. You know, you got a bit of a 10-15 minute walk, come a bit boring. I'm going to take you down there, show you where Millfield Dam is, which comes over from Taylor Park, and show you the line, the Eccleston branch line, where it came in from. So see you in a bit. Hi, and this is where it brings us back out now. Like I say, I'm just trying to cut out all the little trails really, and this brings you to Millfield Dam, and another one of Pilkington's, if I can just show you, Pilkington's Anglican Association. And as you can see, yeah, I need a lot of keys to get in here now, and it's all locked off, just for fishermen really. And this is the lowest of the dams. If you look right over there past the houses is the other three dams, if you remember, the Triple X Dam, Leg of Mutton Dam, Taylor Park, and then right at the top further on was Eccleston Mere. So they're all the dams really, and this is Millfield Dam, and I'm going to go further up and just show you a bit more of Millfield Dam. Like I say, I'll put my camera up. They're all closed off now, and if you notice they have these anti-climbing fences to stop people getting in. But if that key is the original Pilk's fishing key, I've still got original Pilk's fishing key from Pilkington's days, but I presume that's been changed a long time ago. And you're seeing a big mound of earth here. I'm gonna flick round here and just show you. This was Millfield Fire Station. It's just recently been demolished. There's a new fire station being built right in the town centre now. But this is where you would get in, and Mill Dam, there you go. Private fishing. Still a Pilkingtons association. Whether Pilk still own it, I'm not sure. But if you can just see, it's fenced all the way around. But if I wanted to get in, I'd get in here. But it's not about that today. I just wanted to finish off and show you where one of the last dams is after Leg of Mutton and coming down from Taylor Park and Triple X Dam. This is where the fire station was, and it's only just recently been demolished, believe it or not. Just recently, last month they knocked it down. New fire station built now in St Helens. But what I'm going to finish off on Marks Railway Trails today, before I walk down the old Eccleston branch line and head home, is where the Eccleston branch line came to, just to show you when I get back onto the trail in about 15 minutes walk from here. I'll show you some old pictures of this on the slideshow as well, so you can see it. But if you can just see the farmhouse over there, and everybody around here knows that as Piggy Fletcher's. That was a mate of mine I'd known for 20 odd years going to sauna. Jeff Fletcher, big rugby star. His dad actually played for Saints, and Jeff actually played for Wigan as well. Bit of a hero in folklore for rugby. 559 games played in his career. Played for Lee, Oldham, Wigan, Prescott Panthers. He became the chairman, and that's where he lived on 16th century farm. Just what you can see in the distance. But if you look along here and you see the walls coming along, then you see Eccleston Grange, and where Galloway's bakery is, that used to be Pilkington's Triple X glass operation, and Triple X Little Lakes just behind the Triple X glass. So that's where the line I'm going to pick up in a minute came all the way from Eccleston branch line, all the way crossed over to here, and it finished off at Triple X, which was here. And my uncle was the security guy for many years just here on the barrier, letting people into Triple X, and he did that for about 20 odd years. But to Jeff Fletcher, rest in peace, old friend. Jeff passed away age 74, and that was about 8 or 9 years ago he passed away. So sad. What a big guy. And the classic tale with Jeff Fletcher, he had a bald head, but when he went out he had a full set of hair because he used to wear a wig, and everybody used to say, Jeff, how come you got a bald head? And he used to say, when he came off the rugby pitch, everybody would pat him on his head and say, great James, Jeff, great James. And that's how he became bald. So that's Jeff's story today. Well, I'm going to cut off now, and like I said, where the Eccleston branch line came in to Triple X, and I'm going to hit that now and show you that on the way home. And here we go, this is where it brings us out, following the line. I've just come all the way over from Eccleston. What you're looking at now is new housing estate. What used to be here was the original Saints ground. Here comes the rain. This used to be the Saints ground. If you go up here right to the top, you'll see the Bird in Hand just round the bend where Mum and Dad used to live. But that's the end of the trail today. I'm going to walk it back home now. I've got a bit of a walk and I'm going to go down the Eccleston branch line that I've done on my blog if you want to see it. I'm not going to keep it running, just let you know where it goes to. This is like a shortcut now that takes you all the way into town. If you want to see the Eccleston branch line, you'll see it on my channel, but this takes you all the way through, right over the tops, past Boundary Road where Morrison's is, into town. But originally this was the bridge. There used to be a bridge here and that ran all the way to Supplex, which I've just shown you. So but have a few places to stay on Mark's Railway Trails, and we've finished on a railway trail. And like I said, the rain's just starting to come down. I'm going to head home down here, Eccleston branch line, get my hood up. I'm going to get wet, but we're on the way home now. I've got about a 35-minute walk home, so see you soon on Mark's Railway Trails from Eccleston branch line. You've seen the monastery. I'll put you some old pictures of that on. It's in Christchurch, our favourite Griffin pub and where it got the name from. And we've seen the last dam that leads down from Taylor Park, Millfield Dam. Everybody calls it Mill Dam, but we called it Millfield Dam. But I'm going to go this way, cut through the Eccleston branch line. It's too tempted. If we go that way, I'll end up in the bird having a pint. So I'm going to try and dodge the showers, get walking, and I've done lucky today to get over them tops. Such a great view. What we're seeing really. What a shortcut that was, following the old map as well. But you wouldn't think there was them houses there. And so sad about Carmelite monastery and the nuns, and so sad that it's a gated community. But glad to get on the blog. It brought a few memories back doing Sutton Monastery really. And like I say, me and Steve Wright used to go up there quite regular, walking around there on bikes and things. And I'm going to head down here. Charlie, hope you enjoyed it. Bit of our local history. And Redmond, I hope you enjoyed it as well. And Harry, if you're watching it, get a brew on, get a biscuit. I'll come and sit and we'll walk it together. And see you soon on Mark's Railway Trails.